There are many species in the world, some are cute and some are deadliest. Today we will talk about the top 10 deadliest and dangerous animals in the world. Number 1. Locust. You might never heard of this name. Locusts have been feared and revered throughout history. Related to grasshoppers, this insects from enormous swarms that spread across regions, devouring crops and leaving serious agricultural damage in their wake. Plague of locusts have devastated societies since the pharaohs led ancient Egypt, and they still wreak havoc today. Number 2. Blue-ringed octopus. Blue-ringed octopi are some of the deadliest marine life in the ocean, though they rarely bite humans. There are several species of blue-ringed octopus, part of a genus known as Hapaloclana. They live in tide pools in the Pacific Ocean between Australia and Japan, and also out to the western Indo-Pacific Islands, but you may also be exposed to them at an aquarium or other marine life organization. Blue-ringed octopi are small in size, no larger than approximately 2.5 inches long, with arms that are about 4 inches long. Most of the time they're yellow or sand-colored, but bright blue rings appear on their body when they're about to strike. They'll strike only if they feel threatened. If a blue-ringed octopus does bite you, you need to get medical treatment immediately because their bites can be fatal in a short amount of time. Number 3. Saifu ants. Dorylus, also known as driver ants, safari ants, or Saifu, is a large genus of army ants found primarily in Central and East Africa, although the range also extends to Southern Africa and tropical Asia. They are typically 6 inches long, with their size and appearance varying as a result of the quantity of fungus they are fed as larvae. Their jaws are strong enough to break human skin, and a swarm was capable of carrying a full-grown human back to their nest. The giants primarily serve to retaliate against attackers. Number 4. Crocodile. Crocodiles that live throughout the tropics in Africa, Asia, the Americas, and Australia. Most people have a primordial fear of spiders and snakes and, of course, of predators that are larger than they are. So it makes sense to regard crocodilians, that is, the group of living alligators, crocodiles, caimans, gharials, and so on, with suspicion. Though several of their ancestors were more monstrous than their current forms, about half of the planet's 23 living species of crocodilians are considered dangerous to people. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, which is famous for its red list that characterizes the conservation status of various species, suggests that crocodilians strike out at human beings for 4 reasons. 1. They're hungry. 2. They're defending their territory. 3. They're defending their young. Or 4. They intended to attack another species such as a dog, a cat, or another domesticated animal that just happened to be near a person at the time. The list below catalogs some of the most aggressive crocodilian species. Number 5. Elephant. Once common throughout Africa and Asia, elephants have declined significantly during the 20th century, largely due to the illegal ivory trade. Though some populations are now stable and growing, poaching, human-elephant conflict, and habitat destruction continue to threaten the species. Weight 4 to 6 tons, length 18 to 24 feet. Elephants are the largest land mammals on Earth and have distinctly massive bodies, large ears, and long trunks. They use their trunks to pick up objects, trumpet warnings, greet other elephants, or suck up water for drinking or bathing, among other uses. Both male and female African elephants grow tusks, and each individual can either be left or right tusked, and the one they use more is usually smaller because of wear and tear. Elephant tusks serve many purposes. These extended teeth can be used to protect the elephant's trunk, lift and move objects, gather food, and strip bark from trees. They can also be used for defense. During times of drought, elephants even use their tusks to dig holes to find water underground. The African elephant is the largest of all elephant species and weighs up to 8 tons. 2 genetically different African subspecies exist, the savanna and the forest elephant, with a number of characteristics that differentiate them both. Asian elephants differ in several ways from their African relatives, with more than 10 distinct physical differences between them. For example, Asian elephants are smaller than their African cousins, and their ears are smaller compared to the large fan-shaped ears of the African species. Only some male Asian elephants have tusks, while both male and female African elephants grow tusks. Led by a matriarch, elephants are organized into complex social structures of females and calves, while male elephants tend to live in isolation or in small bachelor groups. A single calf is born to a female once every 4 to 5 years and after a gestation period of 22 months, the longest of any mammal. Calves are cared for by the entire herd of related females. Female calves may stay with their maternal herd for the rest of their lives, while males leave the herd as they reach puberty. Elephants need extensive land areas to survive and meet their ecological needs, which includes food, water, and space. On average, an elephant can feed up to 18 hours and consume hundreds of pounds of plant matter in a single day. As a result, as they lose habitat, they often come into conflict with people in competition for resources. Number 6. Box jellyfish. The Australian box jellyfish is considered the most venomous marine animal. They may not look dangerous, but the sting from a box jellyfish could be enough to send you to Davy Jones's locker, a watery grave, that is. Box jellyfish, named for their body shape, have tentacles covered in biological booby traps known as nematocysts, tiny darts loaded with poison. People and animals unfortunate enough to be injected with this poison may experience paralysis, cardiac arrest, and even death, all within a few minutes of being stung. But don't choose the mountains over the ocean just yet. Of the 50 or so species of box jellyfish, also called sea wasps, only a few have venom that can be lethal to humans. While box jellyfish are found in warm coastal waters around the world, the lethal varieties are found primarily in the Indo-Pacific region and northern Australia. This includes the Australian box jellyfish, Chironex fleckeri, considered the most venomous marine animal. Chironex fleckeri is the largest of the box jellyfish, with body sizes reaching up to 1 foot in diameter and thick, footlace-like tentacles up to 10 feet long. Box jellyfish have traits that set them apart from other jellyfish. Most notably, box jellyfish can swim at maximum speeds approaching 4 knots, whereas most species of jellyfish float wherever the current takes them, with little control over their direction. Box jellyfish can also see. They have clusters of eyes on each side of the box. Some of these eyes are surprisingly sophisticated, with a lens and cornea, an iris that can contract in bright light, and a retina. Their speed and vision leads some researchers to believe that box jellyfish actively hunt their prey, mainly shrimp and small fish. Number 7. Komodo dragon, reaching up to 10 feet in length and more than 300 pounds, Komodo dragons are the heaviest lizards on Earth. They have long flat heads with rounded snouts, scaly skin, bowed legs, and huge, muscular tails. As the dominant predators on the handful of islands they inhabit, Komodo dragons will eat almost anything, including carrion, deer, pigs, smaller dragons, and even large water buffalo. When hunting, Komodo dragons rely on camouflage and patience, lying in wait for passing prey. When a victim ambles by, the dragon springs, using its sharp claws, and serrated, shark-like teeth to eviscerate its prey. The Komodo dragon has venom glands loaded with toxins that lower blood pressure, cause massive bleeding, prevent clotting, and induce shock. Dragons bite down with serrated teeth and pull back with powerful neck muscles, resulting in huge gaping wounds. The venom then quickens the loss of blood and send the prey into shock. Animals that escape the jaws of a Komodo will only feel lucky briefly. Dragons can calmly follow an escapee for miles as the venom takes effect, using their keen sense of smell to home in on the corpse. A dragon can eat a whopping 80% of its body weight in a single feeding. Number 8. The Indian red scorpion. The Indian red scorpion, Hottentotta tamulus, or Eastern Indian scorpion, is considered to be the most lethal scorpion in the world. Despite its common name, the scorpion isn't necessarily red. It can range in color from reddish-brown to orange or brown. The Indian red scorpion doesn't hunt people, but it will sting to defend itself. Children are most likely to die from stings because of their small size. The Indian red scorpion is a fairly small scorpion, ranging from 2 to 3.5 inches in length. It ranges in color from bright reddish orange to dull brown. The species has distinctive dark gray ridges and granulation. It has relatively small pincers, a thickened tail, telson, and a large stinger. As with spiders, male scorpion pedipalps appear somewhat inflated compared to those of females. Like other scorpions, the Indian red scorpion is fluorescent under black light. The Indian red scorpion is a carnivore. It is a nocturnal ambush predator that detects prey by vibration and subdues it using its chelae, claws, and stinger. It feeds on cockroaches and other invertebrates and sometimes small vertebrates, such as lizards and rodents. 9. King cobra, cobra, any of various species of highly venomous snakes, most of which expand the neck ribs to form a hood. While the hood is characteristic of cobras, not all of them are closely related. Cobras are found from southern Africa through southern Asia to islands of Southeast Asia. Throughout their range, different species are favorites of snake charmers, who frighten them into assuming the upreared defense posture. The snake sways in response to the movement and perhaps also to the music of the charmer, who knows how to avoid the relatively slow strike and who may have removed the snake's fangs. The short fangs at the front of the mouth have an enclosed groove, which delivers the venom. Cobra venom generally contains neurotoxins active against the nervous system of prey, primarily small vertebrates and other snakes. Bites, particularly from larger species, can be fatal depending on the amount of venom injected. Neurotoxins affect breathing, and although antivenom is effective, it must be administered soon after the bite. Thousands of deaths occur each year in South and Southeast Asia. The world's largest venomous snake is the king cobra, or hamadryad, Ophiophagus hanna. Found predominantly in forests from India through Southeast Asia to the Philippines and Indonesia, it preys chiefly on other snakes. Maximum confirmed length is 5.6 meters, 18 feet, but most do not exceed 3.6 meters, 12 feet. King cobras guard a nest of 20 to 40 eggs, which are laid in a mound of leaves gathered by the female. The guarding parent will strike if a predator or a person approaches too closely. Not all cobras are egg layers. Number 10 Cape buffalo, reaching a height of 165 centimeters, 65, at the shoulder and weighing in at 680 kilograms, 1,500 pounds. It is no wonder that the enormous Cape buffalo is one of Africa's Big Five. Though they are herbivores, feeding almost exclusively on grass, buffaloes are known to be one of the most dangerous species in Uganda thanks to their unpredictable and defensive nature. They will happily trample a lion who threatens to attack. Visitors to Uganda needn't worry about getting caught in a stampede. However, the buffalo's poor ability to regulate body temperature means that throughout the hot equatorial days they are most commonly found wallowing in mud or water, making them easy to view at close range during a launch trip. Two subspecies of buffalo exist in Uganda, the larger savanna buffalo and the smaller forest buffalo. They live in two types of groups: family herds, which contain mainly females and calves, and bachelor herds. A herd can contain several hundred individuals. Thanks for watching the video.